America's Triple Crown is one of the hardest feats in all of sports. Since Sir Barton accomplished this nearly 100 years ago, only 12 other horses have followed in his footsteps. Great horses like Secretariat, Seattle Slew, and Affirmed, and more recently...
With 1/8 of a mile to go, American Pharoah's got a two-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole, and here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown! A 16th to go. Justify is still there. Justify from Gronkowski. He's just perfect. And now he's just an immortal. Justify is the 13th Triple Crown winner.
As America's newest Triple Crown winners retire from the racetrack, all eyes now move on to the bloodstock world. Here at the Fasig-Tipton Saratoga sale, some yearlings from the first crop of American Pharoah, the horse who broke the curse and gave us the long-awaited Triple Crown winner, will be taking their trips through the auction ring. As people come from all over the world to Saratoga for this boutique auction, we've talked to some of them about what makes this young stallion such an intriguing prospect.
Well, it kind of seems like yesterday that we actually had him here in this courtyard, and so, you know, I see a lot of him. He's a very prepotent horse. I think he's putting a lot of himself into his foals, but I think the things that stick out is just awesome shoulders, really good walks. Like they're movers. I mean, I've probably seen 40 American Pharoahs, and I haven't seen one that had a below average walk. And I think the other thing is just mentally they're very good. They seem to handle stress great. Just very sound horses mentally. You know, that's a great combination. I mean, if he's consistently passing on those traits right there, you know, I think he's a slam dunk.
Well, you know, I delivered him, these hands right here, delivered American Pharoah, and then the female family I had on the farm for a long time for Mr. Zayat, and then later for Bell Tower Thoroughbred. So, yeah, it's really special.
A lot of them, and I think if you go look at his yearling picture with when he was with us, and then when you see him move, it's just unhinges that shoulder and really has a good overreach behind. It's, you know, you can't say for sure, but they've got all the parts you'd be looking for.
But will a Triple Crown victory automatically translate into success as a stallion? On the racetrack, or more immediately in today's commercial arena? Seattle Slew is one of 3 horses to sweep the classics in the 1970s and is widely considered to be the most successful of the Triple Crown winners as a stallion. He got off to a quick start with champions Landaluce, Swale, and Slew of Gold in his first 2 crops and continued on to sire runners such as Horse of the Year and prominent sire AP Indy. The great Secretariat was represented by Horse of the Year honoree Lady's Secret and Dual Classic winner Risen Star near the end of his career, but never produced a horse truly approaching his own brilliance. His true contributions to the breed only became apparent well after his death, as his daughters produced breed-shaping sires AP Indy and Stormcat. In many cases, it takes time for a stallion to prove himself. An American Pharoah will face stronger competition and different economic realities than the previous 11 Triple Crown winners.
The previous Triple Crown winners we've had in the modern era, it was back when we had very small stallion books. You know, back then, just because of science, Seattle Slew, I don't know how many he bred in his first crop, but I'm guessing it was probably under 75, whereas a horse like Pharoah might have been 100 more than that. So it changes the dynamic, and, you know, it's going to suppress the prices a little bit. I mean, if there was only, 25 American Pharoahs on the market, they're all going to bring 600 to 2 million, because the demand would be that high. But it's just interesting. That's the way the game is played now. And there again, usually I don't like breeding to horses when they have their first crop 2-year-olds. It's just dangerous. But I'm going to be breeding to American Pharoah next year. I mean, if he doesn't get runners, I'll be shocked.
I can see a lot in him. He's stamping his foals pretty well. With their head, their demeanor, and everything. So, but he had a great athletic body. So The price tells you it wasn't like I had to do a lot of thinking about it. I'm glad I got to train him. He's a really good horse, and so hopefully he can follow in his daddy's steps. And now the pressure's on.
Such a great feeling to buy a freshman sire, and you never know. I mean, listen, it is what it is basically, but the horses that look good, I think that if we pinhook them, they're going to be, probably one of the best horses in the catalog, and especially how well it's been accepted American Pharoah. And if it doesn't pan out that way, we always can race them.
I showed this filly to my dad at the Weanling sale last year, and he gave me the thumbs up. He liked her, and I liked her a lot as well. We talked about a much lower number to buy her, but I kind of went ahead with my partners Jamie and Mike, Jamie Hill and Mike McMahon, and Bonchant's farm, and we formed a partnership. So we pushed a little bit on her to get her.
I mean, listen, I was happy that bought the first one ever, number 3. And but I saw most of them, and they all look fantastic.
Following the boutique sale at Saratoga, the yearling sale season advanced to the Keeneland September sale, which tests the market at all levels before a domestic and international audience. American Pharoah had 81 yearlings cataloged prior to outs, with the majority of those in the marquee Book 1 portion to open the sale. He continued to succeed at the auction, selling multiple yearlings for 7-figure price tags. American Pharoah's average yearling price worldwide now sits at more than $500,000. His strong sales results to date prove that horsemen feel the Triple Crown winner is doing his job, stamping his well-bred foals with his athleticism and famous demeanor. Now, the future will be up to these young horses who hit the racetrack in 2019.
I like the sire.
A little bit.
I really like the sire.
He's all right.